Welcome to this class of English, dear students. In today's video, we'll continue with the line-by-line explanation of the chapter The Necklace from your English book Footprints Without Feet, written by Guy de Maupassant. Students, in the last video, you were introduced to the protagonist of the story, Matilda, Madame Loisel, a pretty young lady who had big dreams. She wanted to lead a rich and luxurious life, but she was born in a humble family and had to marry an ordinary man, Mr. Loisel. She would always be sad for her petty economic and social status. And then, one day, when she got an invitation to a ball, she wanted to pretend as a rich woman. She even disregarded the advice of her good husband and began to weep. So let us now move on to the lesson, page number 40. We have to begin from the second last para. Let us see what her husband now tells her. He was grieved but answered, "Let us see, Matilda. How much would a suitable costume cost? Something that would serve for other occasions. Something very simple." Grieved means feel intense sorrow. And now the husband, Mr. Loisel, he felt very bad for his wife as he saw her crying and asked her the cost of a simple dress that could be worn by her on other occasions as well. So this shows that he was a very nice man, a kind-hearted person who could not see his wife crying. She reflected for some seconds, thinking of a sum that she could ask for without bringing with it an immediate refusal and a frightened exclamation from the economical clerk. Finally, she said in a hesitating voice, "I cannot tell exactly, but it seems to me that 400 francs ought to cover it." So, Matilda, she tried to be clever here. Now she thought of an amount that would neither be refused by her husband nor scare the poor clerk, economical clerk, who was not earning much. She then said she would be able to manage a dress in 400 francs. Francs, dear students, is a basic monetary unit of France. He turned a little pale, for he had saved just this sum to buy a gun that he might be able to join some hunting parties the next summer with some friends who went to shoot larks on Sunday. Nevertheless, he answered, "Very well, I will give you 400 francs, but try to have a party dress." And now you see Mr. Loisel, though he was very reluctant, very hesitant to part with his money, as he had saved only that much money to buy a gun for himself so that he could join the hunting parties. Hunting larks. Lark is a bird. So he had saved the money to buy a gun for himself. Even then, he told his wife that he would give her the money and asked her to buy a good dress for herself. So see how good, how caring Mr. Loisel is. He sacrificed his own gun. He sacrificed his own happiness, his own amusement for his wife's happiness. The day of the ball approached and Madame Loisel seemed sad, disturbed, anxious. Nevertheless, her dress was nearly ready. Her husband said to her one evening, "What is the matter with you? You have acted strangely for 2 or 3 days." And now the party day was approaching. It was coming near, and Matilda was still not fine. Although her dress was almost ready, but still she was upset. One day her husband asked her again that why had she been acting strangely for the past few days. Anxious means keen, curious. And she responded, I am vexed not to have a jewel, nothing to adorn myself with. I shall have such a poverty stricken look. I would prefer not to go to this party. So, vexed means annoyed, frustrated. Annoyed or frustrated. And the meaning of adorn is make more uh, beautiful or attractive. Fine. And stricken means seriously affected by an undesirable condition. Okay. So Matilda was already waiting for this kind of question. Which kind of question? What is the matter with you? So she replied that although she had the dress, she did not have any kind of jewelry or anything else to make herself look more, even more attractive. And she said that without any jewelry, she would look like a poor person, poverty stricken in such a big party. And then she again said that prefer, she would rather prefer not going to the party. He replied, you can wear some natural flowers in this season. They look very chic. Chic means stylish, cool, or good. So, to this, her husband replied, giving her a suggestion to wear some natural flowers over the dress as they looked really nice and attractive. She was not convinced. No, she replied, there is nothing more humiliating than to have a shabby air in the midst of rich women. Humiliating means insulting. Shabby, poor condition. And this word midst, it means in between. So this lady Matilda said that she could not, as it looked really cheap in a party of rich people. She did not agree for using natural flowers for jewelry, as jewelry. Fine. So she did not like the suggestion of her husband at all. Then her husband cried out, how stupid we are! Go and find your friend, Madame Forestier, and ask her to lend you her jewels. And now her husband, who was so willing to take her to the party, suggested that she could go to her friend Madame Forestier and ask her to lend some jewelry. She uttered a cry of joy. It is true, she said. I had not thought of that. Now Matilda became very happy again because she got the idea of borrowing something from her friend appealed her, and she at once got ready. The next day she took herself to her friend's house and related her story of distress. Madame Forestier went to her closet, took out a large jewel case, brought it, opened it, and said, choose, my dear. So Madame Loisel, Matilda, she went to Madame Forestier's house the very next day. Fine. And said that she was in difficult situation. She was distressed. She was stressed about the party and the jewelry. Hearing this, Madame Forestier went to her closet. Closet means cupboard. And brought out her jewel box. And this kind rich lady who was The friend of Matilda told her to choose for herself whatever she wanted. She saw at first some bracelets, then a collar of pearls, then a Venetian cross of gold and jewels of admirable workmanship. She tried the jewels before the glass, hesitated, but could neither decide to take them nor leave them. Then she asked, "Have you nothing more?" Now, this word admirable, it means uh, deserving approval. Deserving approval or respect. And now this lady Matilda, she began to search for herself. She first saw some bracelets, fine, and then some pearl collars, and then a Venetian cross of gold and other jewels, but she was not able to decide what to take and what to leave because every piece was so good. So she asked Madame Forestier if she had anything else that she could wear. "Why, yes, look for yourself. I do not know what will please you." So to this, Madame Forestier replied that she could herself take a look and choose something suitable. We cannot know anybody else's choice at all, isn't it? So therefore, Madame Forestier told Matilda to choose herself. Suddenly, she discovered in a black satin box a superb necklace of diamonds. Her hands trembled as she took it out. She placed it about her throat against her dress and was ecstatic. Then she asked in a hesitating voice full of anxiety, "Could you lend me this, only this?" Satin. Satin means a smooth, glossy fabric. Glossy fabric, silk. Clear? And this word ecstatic, it means overwhelmed, feeling or expressing overwhelming happiness, great happiness, you can understand. Okay, or excitement. So then Matilda, she saw a superb diamond necklace kept in a black satin box. She took it out with her trembling hands and wore it. She was overjoyed, ecstatic with the necklace as it looked very beautiful. She asked her friend if she could lend her the diamond necklace. "Why, yes, certainly." And Madame Forestier consented to it. She got ready to give the necklace to Matilda. So I hope you like today's video. Let's look at the next part of this lesson in my next video. Thank you.